Hello everyone, it is time for some Slay the Spire. We are slaying the spider in Slay the Spire on Ascension 8 on the defect. Yeah, got the intro down, nice and well. One card reward or upgrading a card. Both of those are pretty decent options on the defect. I feel like upgrading the zap usually gives you a lot of extra damage that you don't... Like when you stop to count it, you realize, holy shit, that's pretty strong. I could take a 4 elite path here, but that is lacking campsites, which is quite problematic. Excuse me for the sound from my mouth, way too loud. I think I would rather take a 3 elite path and not create a 4th one. The campfires are pretty choicy. I also get some question marks. Some question marks. Events. I feel like the upgrade is better. I could also take greed, it's also a decent option. It's not that great, but I could get ways to exhaust it, and I mean, yeah, overall I think it's pretty doable. Also, I'm against the soulfish, so I definitely want to go with a build to remove statuses from my deck. Just going to like increase my chances of winning Act 1. I also really like that build, so let's just go with that start. Look for the shop, big shop. I could have in exchange gotten the zap upgrade, but yeah, both of these are alright. Eating a lot of damage in this fight, unfortunately. Oh, that is a very good start. Glacier or a refract? I think Glacier sounds insane. In the early game, like someone like this or something like this. If I drew it anyway. If I drew the Glacier, I could absolutely cook it. There's the Glacier. Yeah. The frost orbs are so fucking good. Just gives me so much consistency in blocks. Barrage? Or a charge battery? I should take Barrage so that I have some kinda choice for the elites. Just elite choice, really. And let's go for the shop. Let's see what we get here. Capacitor, okay, I guess the spire is telling me I'm not going with that build after all. Wing Charm is really nice in the early game like this. I think Wing Charm is... Let's get a Capacitor. That's like the obvious thing with this starting deck. Obvious Capacitor angle. I could get a Synthesis. Synthesis to just go with the orbs. Or maybe Wing Charm. No, Tempest is not it. And besides my previous defect run, I'm pretty sure it was with Tempest as well. I feel like Cool-Headed is also alright. Synthesis, Cool-Headed, Wing Charm. I want to take the Synthesis for some potential power synergies. Cool-Headed, Wing Charm. Bro, this is... this is Flora 4. What kind of deck is this? This is crazy. I just need some upgrades and I'm like Gucci. Definitely taking the elites now. Probably the 3 elite path though, because I did take a lot of damage at the start. Yeah, I keep on drawing the greed, which does ruin some things. Unfortunate. Nine compared to... Yep. Bro. This deck on a floor 5 is crazy. Power potion is very nice. Fight through. I don't need some... I don't really need the hefty block. I feel like it's probably a bit troll to take that. I want to take the loop because I got the synthesis. You know, I can sit out the loop. It's something. Well, that also gives me something more to do with it. But Barrage upgrade is better. I mean, this is amazing, right? How is it possible I keep on not drawing my block cards? But I've got them. I've got blocks. I've got a lot of blocks, actually. He's crazy. At least I can block this one. That is so good. Like, this is the perfect type of card to get. Just 2 free focus this turn, and then it goes out with the draw. I mean, that's just... That Winged Charm turned that card reward from something, yeah, pretty good, to like, completely insane, right? I probably want to power pot here. Go with a loop. Just put in the damage. Defend. Barrage. Dual cast. Wait, you're doing 18. I've got 13 block, yeah. We drew it. I've got 12, 14, 16 block. Nice. I've got 12 block, yes, I need to do this. Then let's play one of those. Alright. Barricade build. The unbreakable wall. Potion belt is nice. That is a claw. I don't think it's a very good claw angle, but it is a claw. I could get a, you know, one more generator of lightning orbs. Or just a leap. You know, front loaded block. Leap honestly could be better. By the way, that elite was pretty much the dream for my deck. Like, it is so good for me. Glacier gives 3 more block. Capacitor would give an orb slot, and Barrage gives 2 more damage for each orb. So this is potentially like 10 more damage when I've got everything stacked up. Bellows. Okay, that helps a lot. In the early game, that's an incredible upgrade. Or incredible pickup. I'm definitely not afraid of this elite now. Bando this. There's the barrage. 27 damage. Enough to remove you outright. Then block for twice. Block twice, probably. Might eat some damage here for sure. Yeah, no avoiding that really. The greed is really negatively affecting me. I'm quite surprised how weak this deck is feeling. Like with the weight Surpi. Would have expected this to be stronger. I misplayed. Could have just... Permafrost. If I survive here, I'm like absolutely chilling. This deck is absolutely incredible. I could go for a focused strike actually, because it gives me focus. Temporary focus, but like it's very strong in my deck. I think the loop upgrade is alright. Or synthesis. Hotfix is also incredible. Well, no, it's not that good. Focused strike, glacier. Glacier is probably going to full block anyway. I shouldn't upgrade it yet. Synthesis is alright. I mean, to increase my limit for the boss, it's definitely the capacitor, right? Let's go with this. I've got 27 damage in my opening hand here. A little extra as well. I could also block twice and just strike here. My damage output besides that though is kinda low without the barrage. Yeah, definitely just get you down. Hope that I draw something nice next. Bro. You couldn't hit like, you know, better targets maybe? It's only 13 damage though. Or only 1 damage. Still a pain to take that. This combat is quite scary, but luckily I know that yeah, I've got this coming up. Barrage. I could get a second leap so I can build up safely. You know, build up my mountain of block in peace. Let's cut a spot here. Because I cannot full block anyway. I mean, fast and is great. Nostalgia is also incredible, but unfortunately, like this, none of this is going to full block for me. The Nostalgia is going to carry the fight though. Fasten is also alright, but oh wait a second, this is going to full block. Alright, I've got the Goat Frost. Both of these are doing the same damage right now. I can just continue cycling that. No, it's actually not that good. Keep my capacitor out. Oops, now I don't have a way to call that back. Oh well, I don't really need it at this point. Now it's going to be stunned. Yep. Go full face. Not going to be too hard here. I mean, yeah. The Gigantification potion goes really hard with the Barrage when I stack it up. Warpaint, very helpful. Get me some more block, so I can become like an unbreakable shield. Darkness. Darkness is amazing. Barrage is also amazing. The Darkness is like in this deck it sounds absolutely like game breaking if I get that and upgrade it as well. The second Barrage though, like that could go really hard. But Barrage is a common card, so yeah, common card literally. So it's pretty easy to find that. At least I got that up. Or set up rather. Start with this. I want to keep the orb. Nine. Yeah, I can't play the cool head. I can afford to do that. Focused strike, now got 6, yeah 11 block. I just can't set up the loop, it's alright. Block with the focused strike. Bro, I'm missing 1 damage. Should I use the potion here? It's probably worth it to be honest. So annoying to miss 1 damage like that. I don't think I can tank that. And I don't want to gamble the 50-50 either. Basically die from that, so there's no reason to do that. Draw battery. I'm for some reason struggling to block here, so I'm just going to keep on taking block cards. Probably not the best idea, but you know, I'm just gonna roll with it. Also, this is not a status deck, it's kinda unfortunate. I could upgrade the Darkness, or maybe a sap upgrade here. I don't want to upgrade the hotfix really. Focused Strike would be interesting. Cool-headed would be also alright. loop to give me more damage. Let's do with this. It's just going to give me like random extra effects, right? You know, extra power. Annoying drawing those. I would have liked to set up something instead. Well, remember I've got the permafrost, so I can set up the loop. That's actually insane with the dark orb at the front. Okay. Let him cook. Get the capacitor out. Actually, I have the energy to play this too. Alright, where's my block cards? I got a lot of them. The glacier is getting bottom decked. Excellent stuff. I also bottom decked the synthesis after my... Yeah, that's quite unfortunate. Although my dark orb is going to one-shot this thing when I do activate it. Yeah, that's a little. Dark Orb for the win. Dark Orbs are pretty nice ways to kill the bosses, I'm not gonna lie. Just block for a bit and yeah, then you one-shot them. Power Potion is helpful. Ice Lance. It gives me 3 frost and deals some damage in the process. It's a bit rough to get it into play, but it would be 3 ice or 3 frosts. Maybe Shatter. Maybe I want to take Shatter so as just I have like a way to more aggressively, like proc my Dark Orbs for example. It is kinda bad with the Barrage, so I don't really want to shatter my orbs for that reason. I could also take Buffer. Buffer probably does the same job as Iceland's a bit better. Especially with the permafrost, it's pretty easy to keep it not procced. I'm gonna take the Buffer. Looks very good here. Enchant a skill with Imbued, 4 potion slots, or start the combat with 3 lightning. Well, a skill with Imbued, something that would be really good imbued. Feel like Glacier would be pretty nice. Glacier for 2 frost orbs and 9 block at the start of every combat. I mean, that's gonna make me a lot more consistent. Also lets me build up on turn 1. Keep my permafrost for another turn as well. Yeah, I think I'm taking this, man. No way I'm not taking this. Glacier turn 1. And I feel like this is kind of like a elite killer deck, right? It's going to be a bit worse against the hallways compared to elites. Like with everything I've got, like I feel like my front loaded block, my scaling, it's really nice. I just need to, you know, hang in the fight for a bit. And I'm just going to outscale the enemies. Extra energy would have been basically perfect in this deck. I want to take this up for sure. If I take this shop, am I cooked? There's 2 elites and 1 elite. Yeah, I don't like that bad. I like getting relics. Fun fact, relics are pretty strong. I'm yapping instead of choosing where I'm going right now. It's probably a pretty tilting. I'm gonna put down the map drawing so you actually know what I'm looking at. Yeah, something like this would be perfect. And would you look at that? I've got 12 block on turn 1. Not only that, my capacitor is immediately useful. Bro, this is definitely the play. I think I absolutely cooked with my decision. Put the synthesis out. Yeah. Now I draw a Barrage and it's just the best card in the game. nice that I draw strikes and defense on this turn, so I don't and actually take up. Let's play this for free. Play this for free. Alright. This deck is pretty strong. Yes, I could keep my buffer, but I don't feel like it. I don't think it's very necessary to play this this fight safely. Yeah, there we are. Because of this. And it's one shot. Let's go. Electric Shrimp on the glacier. Oh. Oh yes. Oh yes, baby. That is another hotfix. I'm gonna take that, it's free. It's really good. Could get some gold or a random relic. I'm obviously going to remove the clumsy. The opportunity cost of not removing a strike is pretty high though. I actually think this is going to cost me more than getting the random relic, and with the extra gold I can buy something I actually want. At 332 I probably can get anything I want. Wow, this is a really nice hand. Number one, I can play this, right? Then I can, oh yes, that's also 18 block, right? So I can keep both charges of my buffer. So I'm just like full blocking now. Alright, no choice on that one, but no good thing is I've got buffers here. And hotfixes. Nine times 5, 45. This is quite ridiculous. Give me some draw. Useless. Oh. Yes, and my potion belt is now locked in. Sander drawing one more card, however is not that useful. I think this is skip. I think my deck is really strong, I don't want those cards. The lightning rod is alright, but I think I've kinda outscaled the need for it. Smooth stone helps a lot in the way that my deck wants to play. Afagus is useless, Null is kinda useless, although it is lightning synergies. I want the oddly smooth stone to be even more defensive and remove a strike. I'm just chilling until my barrage or something else like takes out the enemy and one-shots them. Bro, I got 29 block on turn 1. I can drop a buffer here. Oh, this is a pretty good reach and potion fight actually. There's the capacitor. Need to dual cast here. Glacier is back for another round. This deck is not the fastest in the way that it kills its enemy, but it's very consistent. Ooh, yes, Barrage. Enchanted Barrage at that. Wasted my block actually. Should have just hit harder. Hit harder forehead. Another glacier? Do I need another one? I feel like the second one is even juicier than the first one. Oh, bro. Some people are probably looking at this run and thinking, bro, like, you get this many defensive cards at this point in the game, and I get fucking nothing. Yeah, like, sorry bro, what can I say? Life is just unfair like that. And I will say, even though I do have a lot of defensive cards, my offense is currently very lacking. I'm not finding my glass orbs anywhere. Like, where is it? Where's the glass? Probably capacitor and buffer, both. I desperately need some more attack cards, I think. I mean, synthesis is something, I guess, but... I shouldn't have done that, by the way. It was a misplay. This is bad. Maybe I should have taken the lightning route. Maybe I should have. $12, $19. Yeah, definitely full block. So I can just go for you. Oops, I actually could have had lethal if I played this better. That's a funny fact. That's a funny fact rather. Excuse me. Subroutine. Compact. Compile driver. You know, compile driver is going to draw for a lot. Let's take on an elite. I need some more firepower in this deck. This is quite rough in terms of that. Alright, looks like we are starting with a decent row of ice barricades. I'll save the other hotfix for later. This one's already enough to full block. Actually, I shouldn't use my lightning because my lightning is kinda on a short supply here. Let's use a power bot in this fight. Yeah, that's gonna help me out a lot. Yeah, helps me in blocking. Defragment would be nice to get, I'm not gonna lie. That actually draws 4, that's kinda crazy. Yeah, this is definitely full blocking. Go for a darkness, I think. Barrage is also nice. I need to move these dark orbs to the front somehow, but I don't know if that's possible. The Great Wall of China. That doesn't do anything else besides that. I've got 31, 34, 37 block. You're dealing 39 damage. So in other words, I can full block if I do this. Then I'm gonna drop this for some damage. Now I just need some more choice and my dark orbs are gonna proc and completely remove you. Barrage works as well. There we are. Razor Tooth, okay. Belows is kinda anti-synergy with the Razor Tooth, but I guess after turn 2 it kinda starts going off. Upgraded Feral. Doesn't really work in my deck, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think it really makes any sense. Beam Cell, I need some more choice. I mean, this adds a lot of indirect damage if I get it on the same turn, or another one. Another rare relic. That's a lot of rares in a row. Well, I guess not a lot of rares in a row, but a lot of rares in general. Potion Belt is common relic, that's crazy. I feel like Potion Belt, it feels like almost it's a rare relic. I think it's one of the best relics in the game. Especially for the price. I need to win this fight with the darkness. Yeah. I don't want to use Barrage here with this fight. Obviously this guy gives me negative effects for that. So I need to win this fight using that. And yeah, my deck is super defensive, like everything in it is defensive. Like everything. This pushes the Dark Orb to the front, which is really important. I don't want to attack here. Capacitor is free, which is very helpful. That makes the dual cast lethal. Unfortunately I did lose my buffer, but it was just in time to take him out. Focus Potion. Burying Shield. Most defensive deck ever, maybe? Boost away would be funny to add. I think I need more energy. I've got a decent amount of draw at this point. What do I upgrade? What do I upgrade? That is the question. I mean, Buffer is really nice upgraded, but I don't know if it's... I'm going to be against the Worm, and against the Worm, the Buffer is not that helpful. And then I'm against the Antlion, and against the Antlion I feel like it's not that helpful. Narrowness upgrade is alright, but... Now what is going to like really change this run? Cool-headed upgrade gives me one more draw. Honestly, I feel like Turbo is probably pretty useful upgraded, because I do struggle to play 6 energy. I do like the fact that I don't really need to count like how much block I have, because basically everything I do is going to full block. Case in point. That was silly. This isn't full blocking though. I've got how much? 15, 24. I'd be taking 18 damage. It's definitely worth using an attack potion here to fish for something. Nice. And I'm taking serum. Correction. Subroutine is actually pretty decent here. Helps me scale up faster. Let's just drop it. That is very nice. I don't want to really deal with being weakened. Wow. This end is really worthless. I guess I'm weakened anyway because I drew like that. What do we take here? Oh, that's helpful. Alright, I've got the subroutine, I forgot. Doesn't actually do that much, does it? I guess I'll get the one that's still kinda high to be lower. Nice, a little painful. A loop helping out a little bit. Buffer is the only one out. Glacier and Leap is 17 block. I can just have to do it, right? Not take damage. But it's so sad to play 2 energy, deal 9 damage. This guy is scaling, it's kinda scary. I need to draw some proper damage and ASAP. I'm so weakened this turn. Let's hope that I draw some damage next turn, or otherwise I'm going to be stuck here for a while. Okay, here we are, it's alright. Gremlin Horn would have been excellent in this fight, but I'll take it right now as well. A second capacitor, that helps with my scaling problems. I can counter this guy, to be honest. Oops. Wrong order there, completely. Oh, that was a misplay. Let's restart the fight. I want to redo that. I didn't do the right order there. It really annoys me when I do a misplay like that. Like, I just forgot how it in a... No, subroutine works. I need to do that in that angle. Or rather order. Yeah, I counter this guy because I get a lot of my block from indirect sources. He's a lot. I've got 10, 17, so I need to still play this. I will say, no one can call my deck fast. That is for sure. Like, this is a pathetic deck in terms of damage potential. It's completely scaling. I could take a claw here. It's upgraded. I like claws. It doesn't make any sense in this deck, but I just kinda like to take them. Does it make sense though? Like, I mean, I could always get something to use it for. This deck is like so funny in the way that it's like, it's got all of the bare bones, like, man, this is a good deck. But then it just lacks the oomph, it lacks the finisher. Although I did just go through the entire act taking 15 damage, so it wasn't too bad. That's for sure. Let's take the claw, man. I definitely need more oomph, and to get more oomph I think I need to upgrade my subroutine goes to 0, that's very nice, but I think for the boss battle, like, I can upgrade the darkness to make it a bit easier, or maybe synthesis. Well, no, I don't want to do that. I could do... Where is it? Is it already upgraded? Wait. My other capacitor? No, it's not. Capacitor? Yeah, I was just blind. The other capacitor gives me more power in the boss battle. Beamser and Claw. Let's go. And I can set up the buffer. Not the most inspiring turn 1 for my deck, definitely, but... Get a capacitor and loop. I still keep 1 buffer as well, which is helpful. It's just a capacitor. Because otherwise I will end up getting eaten by the worm. Well, probably anyway. Unlucky I drew the glacier like that. Synthesis is going to do nothing. It's not useful to set it up. I think I don't want to dual cast. I want to keep the orbs. Want to build them up. I could actually die because I don't draw the could definitely die here. I could get eaten right now. Frantic escape saved. This is why this boss is scary. Not because it's doing a lot of damage. I mean, my deck is never going to struggle with the damage, man. Oh my god, losing this. No wait, I can play the Frantic Escape, this one and this. Oh my god, my lack of damage is fucking stressing me out. Oh, Frantic Escape, please. It is kinda hilarious how I can die here. Just from a bad draw. On the edge. I just need to get up. This fucking boss fight, bro. I can still die here. I cannot. Did I perfect that boss fight? I think I did, but I nearly died. This boss fight is terrifying, I think. Modded is interesting, but it's probably useless in this deck. Hyper Beam is completely ass. Man, Trash to Treasure is funny. If I get it with the subroutine, and with the, especially thanks to the Wing Charm, I can just play it for free, right? So it's amazing. Spiked Countless is horrible. It would be nice to get the power or the energy, but yeah. I don't think I need to reduce the enemy damage, I'm not gonna lie. Even against the Doormaker, especially if I get a focus spot somewhere. I'm gonna take the Try Boomerang again. The Claw can really use it. Wait. The Barrage is already enchanted with a reverse enchantment. Yeah, well, this ended up being a fucking nothing burger then. I mean, at least it increases my damage, but yeah. I wanted to get the Barrage on that, with that. I don't like this with that situation, or with that in consideration. Yeah, the Barrage is now not that great. Focused Strike helps though. Decent damage there. Just barely avoided taking damage there. Lucky. That is a bit late. Although I guess I do have 14 block exactly, so no damage taken here as well. Let's go. Get the subroutine out so I can play that stuff for free. I think I should upgrade the subroutine. That should be my next upgrade. Energy pot. I can get another claw. That would be kinda funny. I think it would be. Super claw. The chances I take damage against this guy is pretty low, because I've got the buffer for one turn, and if I can just protect it for a little bit, it's going to give me enough time to not take damage here. $14, 18, or 28, okay. Yeah, that allows me not to take damage this turn, which is quite important. Claw. Oh yes, right, I've got the razor tooth. I don't think I need to even upgrade the claw, right? Alright, I'm just hoping that I draw something that does damage next turn. I could have taken half my HP, but I ended up just barely getting the fight finished. Let's go. Bulk up is excellent in this deck for some more oomph. Some more power behind my strikes. But I want to give you my gold, and I think the parrying shield is very good in this deck. So let's give you the energy pot, and I got 10 max HP, not bad. Definitely better than an energy pot. Well, most likely. Flagoon is interesting. Storm gives me some more damage. Storm and maybe Flagoon. Yeah, Storm and Flagoon I like. The Flagoon gives me, if you end your turn with no cards in your hand, deal 20 damage to all enemies, so there's a decent chance it procs. Okay, maybe I shouldn't buy it, because I'm going to 2 other stores, right? Yeah, two more stores. I don't think I want to buy something here. If it's not good. Like, none of these are that good. I don't think I need the block. Yeah, none of the other stuff here is going to like really make a real difference. You know, I need something more juicy. When I don't have the subroutine in play though, it's kinda annoying. After I get it online, it's a lot better. I need to upgrade it. When am I upgrading it? Here. So now I can just play that for free, right? Capacitor is free. You know, the storm is so nice. Loop is also free. But this is a power spam deck now. Well, that was kinda predictable with the start that I got anyway, but it is even more so now. Now I've got, with this, I definitely do have the choice that I needed. Do I have any more powers? I've got a bulk up. That's gonna give me 2 more lightning. Gremlin horror makes this fight a lot easier than it would otherwise be. Not like I was going to really struggle in this one anyway, but I think it's one of the easy fights, right? Or is this like a middle fight? 1, 2... Maybe I'm pretty sure that's an easy fight. I think it's a skip. Subroutine is very helpful here. Storm as well. Let's just play the bulk up. Do take 2 damage, but that's not exactly too high. Buffer is exactly on time here. And that's gonna give me, some extra damage. There's the capacitors. That's more like it. Well, take actually would go really hard now with all of the setup I've got. It is just that my deck is pretty big. Oops, wrong order. Could have gotten the bowler head and then that for some extra gold. Scavenge is interesting. Next turn gain energy and exhaust a card. Feel like that could help me clean up my deck a little bit. I've got a greed, for example, that I need to exhaust. I think this will be interesting. I don't think I've ever really picked it. I don't at least remember using it successfully. Pantograph is nice. It means I don't need to heal a rest, probably. Not that like I was going to do that anyway. Yeah, upgrade the subroutine, obviously. This is like priority number 1 right now. Beetle choice, weak potion. Vajra, 1 more strength. I don't think that's gonna make the difference. A second storm is gonna make the difference though. Turbo is nice. Hologram? I wouldn't hate it really. It does let me get my important stuff back when I need it. So it basically becomes like the draw I want, but it costs 1 extra. Draw the ideal card. Pay 1 extra energy. It's basically that. Yes, I'm full blocking, it's fine. And I got the subroutine off early, so that means I can play everything pretty easily. Buffer to protect me a little bit. Then I can hologram at the turbo so I can play everything in my hand. And that is for free. Take some damage there, but the thing that makes it kinda more alright is because the fight is kinda already finished. Remember not to play this, I've got the Cloak Grasp to get me some extra. Two more damage, unfortunately. Take that. And now I am lightning. Centennial puzzle. Shadow Shield is interesting. Like going into the boss. I already have darkness as well. I think this could be a take here, just for the dark orb. If I can like set it up and get it growing, it's definitely helpful. Punch dagger. Lacking some choice here in this store. Bronze scales is very little extra damage. Capacitor is probably free, but I don't know if I want to take that really. I'm pretty sure I'm already capped with my stuff that I've got. Give me a colorless card and remove a strike. Not gonna buy the rest there. Oh, nice! Extra relic for the. Oh, nice! You know, just an extra relic for the way out. You know, one extra little thing. And remember, I've got the pantograph here, so. What is going to be the single most important upgrade that I could get? I'm thinking maybe bulk up or a buffer. Bulk up is more consistent. Extra block. Alright, let's see here. Looks like we are starting immediately with the bulk up. And turbo to play the buffer. That's all I get there, unfortunately. Now let's see what we get here. I'd like to give the buffer. Let's use the colorless button this turn. 9 plating or 4 vigor. 4 vigor for the barrage, maybe, win condition. Yeah, let's go for the win condition here. I can start the next turn with a lot of energy. I don't think I will use it very well, but at least it's something I can fill up my orb slots a little bit. I don't really want to exhaust the leaf. Alright, now the battle really starts. I don't really have, you know... Yeah, synthesis is useless anyway, I don't mind losing that. Alright, really nice taking the first damage of the run, or of the fight here, cause that means I get to use everything in my hand. The synthesis actually did give me an extra energy here, which was a little bit helpful. I think I've got everything played already, out of my powers, right? I don't have that much left here. Yeah, realistically, I mean, I kept the hotfix rather intelligently in my draws still, with the draw. I've got double durable. Yeah, everything I have basically is upgraded thanks to the razor tooth. Tevia. I can get a claw. Darkness gives me another darkness as well. It's very, very nice. Yeah, the dark orb is my win condition for sure. Oh, that was silly. I forgot about that. Yeah, I missed out on a lot of damage there doing the claws first. Luckily, I do still do a decent amount of damage. And I don't take too much, which is also important. I think I would like to draw 3 of these. Was able to full block, nice. Dual cast. Oh, I could have done the focused strike first. Oops. I would have done. Actually, it wouldn't do extra damage there. I don't think it does anyway. Right, I guess I'll just attack bot. Finish the fight. Take that. Alright. There's the Doormaker finished. Take that. I think I made some mistakes in the fight, but I think that was... Yeah, for the Doormaker, I mean, this is basically what you want to have against him, like a lot of powers, and being able to block consistently after... And in a while, you're going to be exhausting all of your, like, bad cards, and then you can, like, become really efficient and scaled up, and take him out. That is how you want to defeat him. If you are doing a lot of drawing, or like comboing with a small deck, he is a nightmare. But in this scenario, it happened to be pretty easy for me. So yeah, thanks for watching everyone, and if you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe like always. Bye bye.